What's left of the penitentiary. Apparently it was actually 3 stories. Empty boat. All the bricks were made on the island here too, apparently. Well, it's a bit of an overcast, misty, foggy sort of a day today. Down at the west coast port city of Strahan. About to go on the, I think it's the Gordon Franklin River cruise. There's 2 cruise operators here, Heritage, and I think the other one that we're going on is called Gordon River Cruises. I think it's owned by an RMA. The other one's a locally owned one, most commonly referred to as the red boat or the grey boat. We're going on the grey boat. Cost, it's about $200 per person for the day on the boat that we're going on. Again, concession, morning tea, buffet lunch, and the cruise. Take along. Don't know what we'll see in this weather. Just waiting for the boss to pay for some parking. We're in a council car park.
Hell on
tourist boat, so it's going to be tourists.
The island was right, that's entrance island. And there used to be a 3-room cottage on the island. For up to 2 lighthouse keepers and their families living there at any one time. With the amount of children they had back then, you can imagine just how crowded it would have been.
Little skating behind us. Going out a bit further. Pretty calm day. You probably won't see it on the monitor up there, but right in front of us is Sarah Island, which used to be a penal colony out here. Later this morning we'll go on there for an hour guided tour and have a look around, so I'll give you a bit of a look. Welcome to the Gordon River. Still on this Gordon River. They turn off the diesel motors coming into here and run on electric. Pretty cool, eh? Apparently they can only travel, commercial vehicles it is, only travel so fast that they don't create wash to disturb the banks. Just about, I reckon, probably 10 or 15 minutes away from as far up as we go. You're going to pull over and show us, point out a few huge huon pines, so that's why I've come back out again. A bit more of an interesting part of the trip, coming up to gorge country. So I'll point out some really ugly huon pine. This one, right? Yeah. There's another one down there with 3 branches pointing out 45 degrees. Males.
Huon pine logs that have been found under mud that have been there for over 38,000 years. Convicts and pine is cutting all the tallest and straightest trees down from this area because if the timber had any knots in it, you couldn't bend it as it would break. That's why the only trees left out here are all bent and twisted up, like the one that's just off the left hand side of the bow now. There's
it's an ugly looking tree, isn't it?
In the centre of this cove, that those bees would be going after the leatherwood flowers exclusively. That's how the leatherwood honey gets that unique taste. And also endemic to the forest here is the celery top pine.
Empty boat. We're at Heritage Landing, I think it is, 400-metre walk. Just about everybody's got off, I think. Top deck, almost top deck and bottom deck. Oh, nice view at the back. A couple of walkers were here, waiting for a lift, I think. We're waiting for the others to get ahead a bit. My idea of fun isn't walking on a 400-metre loop track with about 200 or 300 other people, surprisingly. Good thing about this cruise, I suppose, is no smoking or vaping on the boat, which is probably standard commercial sort of thing. No smoking here at Heritage Landing, but apparently they can smoke at Sarah Island at the end of the wharf, if you're so inclined. What they haven't told us on this cruise so far is about gender specifics of hue and pine, male and female species. Skipper just sounded his horn, one long blast, 10 minutes before departure. We shortcutted a few people. One of the guides is up there having a chat about some of the plant life around here in the hue and pine. There's 2 hue and pines back there at the boardwalk that were fallen, and it was saying that the estimated age was about 2,300 years old. And some of the hikers are, looks like they've got climbing staff, whitewater staff. They're pretty prepared. The crowds that were left behind us are now racing to get back to the boat. Sarah Island. Back up that way, Gordon River. Not sure how many guides are on. Yeah, tour guides. This we'll find out. Just the chimneys left now. All the bricks were made on the island here too, apparently. And sandstone harvested, quarried, milled, cut here. A lot of the land down here was recovered. So reclaimed logs, stones, dirt and stuff all down the flat areas down here. First Premier of Tasmania apparently spent a bit of time here as military commander. What's left of the penitentiary? Apparently it was actually 3 stories, each story capable of sleeping 90 convicts in hammocks, and apparently it was quite comfortable. Nice view too. Bit of a picture here. Now this place, Sarah Island, was only open for convicts for 12 years. It's a little island just off this side here called Grommet Island, and we used to send the really bad people. Solitary confinement, take them over in chains. I assume the way the story is being told that they'd be chained together. Make it hard to go. That is, try and escape. That was actually a pretty interesting tour. The guide certainly helped lots for stories. Apparently this place was closed when Port Arthur was opened. Governor Macquarie, governor of the time. If the rest of the trip wasn't worth it, certainly was it worth it. It certainly was worth it here. Now, boat's gonna leave soon, so we got to jump on the boat and head back to Stanley. And you'll see the weather's changed a bit. Quite nice now. This is, I'll remind you, the Wild West coast of Tasmania. When we went down to Hell's Gate this morning, we were told that the average swell height down there is about 5 metres. I think we had 1 metre this morning. So Sarah Island out to our starboard right hand side there. And we're going to turn right around. We're going to head that way. But we're going
back on board, ladies and gentlemen.
around that way because the ground's a bit shallow over here. Grommet Island.
Diesel motors, which are revving up now for our departure.
That's where the solitary confinement was originally. The Morrison's Huon Pine Mill Sawmill, so not too far from the information centre.
I'll let you know as soon as the red boat comes around again at morning. You would have been something to do? Pop out and watch the film, the DVD this afternoon, Family History Room. There is a DVD playing of the last ride. Snow is dead.
It's all Stanley or Tasmanian Huon Pine. Buy some wet stuff over there, wet slabs, $25.